Everyone. Dan Maldonado here, True Four Podcast, just giving you another update after qualifying. Just had our press conference with Joseph Newgarden and Felix Rosenquist. Came in and talked to us about that amazing effort by both of them, first and second, going into tomorrow's race. Just want to give you a few highlights there, and then going to give you some points to take away heading into tomorrow. So Newgarden obviously, say all the right things. I think he genuinely means it, of course, but he's part of the team, part of the effort that the team put together. I know that this was something that was important to Joseph going into this year, was to qualify better, be able to start further forward. That always helps, your racecraft, and it helps you, be in position to take wins. I want to note here, though, that this is a street course, which I don't think Penske was very, very strong last year going into any of the street courses. We knew that where they were going to be on the ovals, the short ovals, and they certainly excelled there. But street courses weren't exactly something that we were looking for super strong efforts from this team. So good that they got that going. If you noticed, Joseph in P1 was 11th. P2 he finished second, and then during qualifying posted a full qualifying effort. To me, I feel like, has this team done anything to compromise his race strategy or race performance in order to get that more forward starting position? And it was asked during the press conference here, and Joseph said no. He said that they did not make anything major, no major changes. In a follow-up question, he mentioned that it was, largely timing and rhythm. He felt that P2 qualifying or P2 practice two, was a little bit more representative of their times as well as the times across the field. So, which is interesting, because when you get to Felix Rosenquist, who did post the fastest lap time here in history, takes the new pole record, of which he didn't even know until they told him that during this press conference, and he just responded, "Oh, cool! It's so great to see Felix. I love Felix." And he talked about he was driving very naturally, wasn't having to overdrive the car, which is amazing. And of course, he gave a shout out to the Andretti team, which, as you know, and I say it here all the time, the Meyer Shank team gets their technical support from Andretti Global. So it's kind of the highlights from that presser. I want to give you a few things here. So back to Joseph, 17th pole of his career. He is a two-time champ here at St. Pete. So this is not necessarily an anomaly that nobody expected, but so he's definitely got some credit going into tomorrow, where he can pull off a pretty good piece. Again, did they compromise the race pace to get this for qualifying? He says no. Nobody really knows. I guess we'll see tomorrow when we get in there. The one thing I'll say is that Felix was consistently fast across the weekend, consistently good. So we'll see what that looks like for him. 58 and thousandths of a second is the difference between Joseph's pole and Felix's second place starting place. So be on the lookout. It's going to be a tight start. It's going to be a great race. Felix second, which is a solid, very, very solid effort. It's the new track record, as we've been told. Felix second place makes me think about the Andretti team, which he gave a lot of credit to for the assistance that they offered to Meyer Shank. Makes me think of the Andretti team. Third or fourth, Ericsson sixth, not the end of the world. Kirkwood 18th. I sat here and watched it on the screen. I didn't necessarily see where Kirkwood was held up or anything there. Certainly could have happened. I certainly could have overlooked it. Wasn't necessarily looking for it. And it certainly could have happened, but that's a pretty big spread of finishing places. So we'll see what happens there. Romain Grosjean, fifth. What? I don't even know where such a thing came from. It isn't expected of the team necessarily, right? One of the smaller resources on how that works. hey, never a dull moment. So if you're watching this, you might notice a little bit of a cutout there, but I paused it real quick because they gave us an update. I mentioned the 58 ten thousandths of a second difference between Joseph's pole winning effort and Felix Rosenquist in second. That's the closest pole to second place since Dixon over Power at Detroit in 2012. So a 12-year record there. And it's the fourth closest pole over second since 2008. And they didn't tell us who that was, but I thought that was pretty good. And that was definitely working. So we go back to Grosjean. I mentioned I don't think anybody really expected Juncos to be posting this kind of an effort going into this first race of the new season. They're definitely one of the smaller resource teams. But here's the deal: we know that Grosjean can wheel it around here. He was definitely in place for a win last year before coming together with Scott McLaughlin, which effectively ended it for both of them. So I guess we'll be on the lookout for that. He's going to come in from fifth place. He's going to be, he's going to be aggressive. His front stretch is wide. Hold your breath, everybody. And Ganassi, I keep talking about this Ganassi because I think there's something to this. If there's any team that's going to get it squared away pretty quickly, it's Ganassi. But I want to make sure that I mention this. Teething issues, getting up to speed with 5 cars. Can't be easy for this team. Armstrong qualifying 10th, Dixon qualifying 11th, Palou qualifying 13th, Linus Lundqvist 19th, and Kippen Simpson in 23rd place. So the Ganassi team has a lot to do tomorrow to get themselves into solid points paying positions, especially for the defending champ, Palou, who is going to start from 13th. So going to have a lot of work to do. So, hey, as always, thanks for joining me. Make sure that you engage with us on our social media channels. Make your comments below, and look forward to bringing you a little something tomorrow after the race. And then just a quick note: the regular podcast will be delayed by 1 day. We'll be recording on Tuesday instead of Monday. So enjoy the rest of your Saturday, everybody. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.